the music that my boyfriend listens to is like this man that can't even sing, but he gets really angry at me anytime I slag him off. He sings like this, the fourth, the fifth, that guy.
Well, I mean, that's from
Is it
Hallelujah,
Leonard
right?
Cohen?
Leonard Cohen,
No,
yeah.
Tom Waits.
Leonard Cohen's the one who covered Hallelujah, which has the fourth, the fifth as
Well,
the
he
lyric in
listens
it.
to him and he listens
Tom
to
Waits.
this guy called Tom Waits that
Yes.
has a terrible voice. And anytime I ask him to stop playing him, he like proper falls out with me.
Yeah, well, that's a shame. I mean, look, Tom Waits and Leonard Cohen are both legends of, in their own genres, in their own right. They've both produced albums that are considered classics. But you're allowed to say you hate them. Your boyfriend should accept that.
I just don't like their style of singing. They wouldn't do well on Britain's Got Talent, put it that way.
No, but then
I don't think they would.
Is that your taste in music? Britain's Got Talent? You think that's where the creme de la creme is?
Well, they sound like they're doing that voice as a joke, so it winds me up.
I would love it if Tom Waits did go on Britain's Got Talent. I think it'd be very funny if he went on and, just raspy voiced his way through it.
Like there was this song I was listening to it in my garden. It's called Kids See Ghosts.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Kanye West, who
Kanye,
I
yeah,
never
yeah.
listened to. It was Kanye West and
Kid Cudi?
Kid Cudi. And I was like, this is probably the best song I've ever heard. But then when I played it to my boyfriend the next day, just on speakers, he was like, I don't know why you went on about this so much. But it felt like a magical song at the time.
Sure.
And I still like it when I listen back to it.
Well, that is a good album as well. I think I should probably move into your house and be the mediator between you and your boyfriend, because I like Leonard Cohen and Kids See Ghosts, so I can be the perfect mediator, I think, when it comes to this music. Unless I then introduce this album to the equation and both of you go, "Wait, hate this," but then that'd be even better. Then I'm bringing you together even tighter.
Yeah.
I'm doing my job. I think this album, more than any other album that we've covered on this podcast, is very emotionally vulnerable. I think it's very earnest all the way through, and I was worried sending it to you that might be off-putting, because I love how earnest this album is.
I'm
I think
very earnest.
It gets it right for me, but I know that some people, don't like it. So I think that this album is also very emo. I think there's like quite a strong emo thread running all the way through it because of how earnest it is all the way through. But I don't know what you made of that.
Well, I'm very earnest and I'm very emo. People mistake me for something other than that. But you have to understand, a lot of cynical people, or a lot of people with a bleak sense of humour, are just romantics that have been hurt early on. I'm looking up the lyrics to these songs.
Yes.
Because I'm normally all right at making out lyrics. Am I, though? I only just found out the lyrics to that song, Teardrop by Massive Attack. Not at all what I thought. Very nice lyrics.
Yeah, good. I'm glad.
I tried to look up the lyrics, but your name came up. That's mad, isn't it?
That's what happens sometimes. So some of these artists and some of these albums are so obscure that, when I try and do research for them for the podcast, I put the album in, and it comes up with James Acaster recommended this album as the top search. I'm like, I don't need that right now.
What an influence. That's amazing.
No use to me when I'm trying to learn more about it.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.